Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good to see everybody in the chat. And we have some devastating news. As you've heard, Bitboy Crypto has been kicked off his own damn YouTube channel. Talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I went and like kind of checked a few other sources out yesterday afternoon, and it's kind of strange. So I guess we'll get into that in just a minute. But anyways, let's see who's here in the chat. Mr. 56, good to see you, buddy. We have Max Voltage. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. You definitely drank some raspberry gins, didn't you? Don't lie to me. Steven Cicero, what's going on, bud? Overboard Tech, AC Mining, good to see you. FA Crypto Barber, good to see you as well. Let's see who else. Dan R, my man, good to see you. You actually made me laugh pretty hard right before we went live. He goes and says, where is it? Let me find it. Hold on. He said, Bitboy Crypto. He said, let's be honest, it's like a turd that won't flush. You're not gonna be able to get rid of him no matter what you do. It was pretty funny, but regardless, however you feel about him, it still sucks overall, right? I got nothing against the guy. It's just is what it is. But I want to get into a few things today and see how what they're saying about him. I don't know. It's kind of messed up how they say that he has substance abuse and stuff, right? Who knows if that's real? Who knows if it's fake? I'm calling bullshit on that, to be honest, but I don't know. Who knows? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Anyways, let's check out the market today, and then we'll get into the news. Oh, geez. My camera just blew out. All right, let's see. BTC 25960. Oh, let me get this going. We have Ethereum 1640. Let's see. What do we got? LTC 64 bucks. XRP 51 cents. We have Doge at 6 cents. Crypto bubbles, let's see, on the day still XDC actually is the earner of the day, 17.4%. Geez, Caspa down 7.7%. Man, Caspa's been dumping lately. And those KS zeros, actually, I wanted to talk about that a little bit, but might not have time today. That make it like a $2 a day, $3 a day. It is sad as hell. Let's see, they aren't letting me write what I want to write. Who's not letting you, Aru? What is it, YouTube? YouTube's been a little tough on the chat lately. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. It like blocks my messages too, so it's not just you, I promise. Caspa on the week is down 22.9%. And there was actually some news about Pepe actually being a rug pull. I don't know how legit that is, but that was that was yesterday. So anyways, top 10 coins by coin market cap. Let's see, BTC, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, USD coin, Lotto staked, Ether. We have Cardano, Dogecoin, and Solana in 10th. Litecoin still in 15th. So yeah, it's hanging in there. Could be worse, right? Let me not blind you guys. Fear and greed index. Check this out. Let's see. Where are we at? 39 fear. God, the screen is so bright. All right, so this is the first thing I want to get into. So this is the major announcement that Bitboy Crypto's channel had. They've like literally removed him from everything except for the old videos. They haven't taken those down. I'm not gonna like this video, but I did link it down in the description below if you guys are interested. I think it's kind of dirty what they did to him, but I don't know the whole backstory. I guess we'll find out at some point soon. So let's see what this guy had to say. It's literally like 10-15 seconds. It's nothing crazy, but listen to what he says here, and then we'll get into the rest of everything else.
Hello. Yesterday, BJ Investment Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company, and specifically the Bitboy Crypto brand. This is a difficult decision, is a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance abuse, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damage he has done to the employees of Hit Network and the Bitboy Crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we're going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that it has come to this, and are hopeful for the future of Bitboy Crypto. Hit Network is committed to empowering creators, and we will continue to do that every day. Thank you.
That's literally it. Literally it. And it's man, it's so a shame. It's a shame what they did, but I don't know. Obviously, that guy was uncomfortable reading that. I don't think it was his decision to do this. I don't know who actually owns Bitboy, but Hit Network, whoever that is, apparently is getting getting pretty grimy on Mr. Ben Armstrong. So I'm excited to see where this actually ends up going. And yeah, I'm sure Ben won't stay quiet for too long. There's another video right here. So let's see. Let's see, where is it? The Moon, Mr. Carl. He knows he knows Bitboy, so let's see, or he talks to Ben often, or used to anyways. So let's see what he has to say here. I didn't get to watch this whole thing. I started clipping through it, but apparently it's lies about substance abuse. So we're gonna find out. Let's see what he has to say about this.
In this video, I just got message from Ben, Bitboy himself. He says that for your information, this isn't over. I didn't relapse. It's all lies, absolute lies. I'm laying low for a while, but this is just the beginning. So this comes, guys, from yesterday.
Crazy.
We saw the news that Bitboy Crypto got fired from his own YouTube channel, from his own company, and we made a live stream, which is now one of the biggest live streams that we've ever done on this channel. We had so many people watching this. This was the live stream. Thank you guys actually for watching that live stream. Ben was very hard to get a hold of because of course he's waiting to make his moves. But now finally, this is what I got from him. He also sent me another message which was sent to me in private, so I cannot disclose that. But let's just say we have not seen the last from Ben. Ben is not giving up, and
so more or less what he's going to do is he's gonna probably pull some legal action at some point against whoever, you know, fire back more or less. So he's saying he admits that there was a abuse problem, a crypto 440. I assume so. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he was on drugs, he had an alcohol problem. I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, apparently he must have had something going on back in the past, and it's obviously came back to bite him in the ass, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You do things, you gotta live with them, right? Yeah, other than that, I don't know. It's a real dirty way for people to, I guess, fire at you, right? Sit there and say you have an abuse problem with substances if that's not the case. So I guess only time will tell. But anyways, I'm not going to run through this too much longer. It's just kind of crazy and it's sad. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into the regular scheduled program and let's see what we have over on Crypto World, CNBC, and then we'll touch on Altcoin Daily, and they will explain, or he'll talk about Ben a little bit further, and yeah, a few other things actually. What was it, Impact Theory, that big channel? If you guys have never heard of that, it's actually a really good channel. He does like a podcast sit down interviews. I guess they're getting sued for a line of NFTs they had, but they settled on like a ridiculous amount of money. I think it was like $3 million or something. Crazy, absolutely crazy, but whatever, is what it is. All right, let's get into this Crypto World. Shout out to them, links in the description. Let's do it.
Today, Bitcoin rises back above $26,000 after last week's losses. The Biden administration proposes new tax reporting rules for crypto exchanges. And Sam Callahan of Swan Bitcoin breaks down what's driving crypto prices as we come to the end of the month. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Digital currencies are tapering off from a weekend rally, but still higher than where they finished Friday. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin and Ether were hovering below the flat line, Bitcoin trading above $26,000, while Ether traded a little below $16.50. Solana, meanwhile, fell about 1% to $20.53. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. A new tax rule proposed by the Biden administration would bring new reporting requirements on businesses that let users exchange crypto. The proposal was put forth by the Treasury Department in an effort to crack down on tax cheats while helping law-abiding taxpayers determine if they owe taxes on crypto sales and trades. It would require crypto brokers, which includes exchanges and payment processors in the Treasury's definition of a broker, to report customer transactions. The Treasury Department proposed that the rules go into effect in 2025 for the 2026 tax season. The IRS is accepting feedback on the proposal until October 30th.
More or less KYCing at exchanges.
Next, Binance is limiting its peer-to-peer service for Russian users after reportedly cutting ties with Russian banks. In a Telegram post on Sunday, Binance told users residing in Russia that they can trade fiat currency in Russian rubles and that any other fiat currency is prohibited. Meanwhile, users from Russia who live outside the country can use all fiat except rubles, euros, dollars, and Ukrainian hryvnia. The change comes after a report from the Wall Street Journal last week that the exchange was cutting ties with several Russian banks over legal risks. The journal reported that despite scaling back business in Russia at the onset of the war in Ukraine, the exchange still saw substantial trading volumes from the region. We reached out to Binance about that story but haven't heard back. Finally, Sam Bankman-Fried's legal team says the former FTX CEO can't prepare for his trial while in jail.
Oh, wow.
In a Friday
Shocking.
filing in federal court, SBF's lawyers objected to his detention in a Brooklyn jail, calling for a temporary release so that he can participate in his own defense. Right now, Bankman-Fried is given a laptop twice a week to prepare for trial, but his legal team argues that's not enough. SBF was sent to jail back on August 11th after prosecutors accused him of witness tampering.
I'm sorry. What do you guys think about that? He should not be let out of jail to prepare for trial. It's some bullshit.
All right, for our main story, after Bitcoin's August correction, the cryptocurrency's price action has become still again. But what's going to be driving things heading into a new month? I spoke to Sam Callahan, lead analyst at Swan Bitcoin, for his take.
Sam, thank you so much for joining us on Crypto World to kick off the week. Slew of what continues to be interesting news in crypto, but it seems like things are still kind of as they were before the big drop a couple of weeks ago. I know we had Jay Powell's speech on Friday in Jackson Hole talking about how inflation is still a little bit too high and it is possible that we could see more rate hikes in the future. What did you make of that and how it might impact the crypto market given, Bitcoin's kind of fluctuating relationship over the past year, not relationship, but correlation rather with stocks? How is that going to affect crypto?
Yeah, Tanea, thanks for having me back on. I really appreciate it. Certainly Jackson Hole is where the central bankers get together and kind of dictate where policy is going to head in the future. And a lot of people felt that they were giving the message that they would raise interest rates even further. And that kind of spooked other asset classes because obviously when the risk-free rate continues to go up, it kind of acts as a vacuum from these other asset classes. When you can earn, a higher attractive yield on a treasury or in the money market fund, it kind of pulls funds away from these other asset classes. And so Bitcoin, equities, all kind of suffered after the messaging coming out of Jackson Hole that they might have to keep raising interest rates further. And certainly when you look at the inflation picture, it has come down, but it still remains above the Fed's target of 2%, specifically in the core like services sector, which Jerome Powell has talked about pretty frequently. You couple that with the fact that unemployment still remains at multi-decade lows, and people think, hey, the Fed has room to continue hiking heights higher here, and that could put further pressure on other risk assets, such as equities, and people still look at Bitcoin as a risk asset as well.
Go just a little bit deeper on that because we know that throughout 2022, those rate hikes were among other drivers. There was a lot of mismanagement at crypto lenders and at FTX in 2022, but there are also the rate hikes, which really helped drive the price of Bitcoin down. And that relationship is a little bit different. And if we look at the CPI numbers this year, for most of the past few prints, let's say, the reaction either on the upside or the downside has been pretty flat. So how do you expect to see that trend continue through the rest of the year?
Yeah, so CPI definitely has come down this year, and Bitcoin's price has rallied, which a lot of people really expected that not to happen. But, when the rates continue to get increased, Bitcoin typically doesn't have a yield. It's because it doesn't have counterparty risk. Just like gold, it usually kind of struggles when real rates continue to go more positive. And so if we continue to see interest rates go up, I do expect Bitcoin to come under pressure. But there are other issues here. There's other issues with the fiscal side of things. As interest rates go higher, it's going to increase the budget deficits. And when you think about the long term, the unsustainable nature of the fiscal picture, assets like gold and Bitcoin are becoming more and more attractive for long-term investors who are looking at this fiscal picture and they're saying, this doesn't make sense. We might need to have an asset that's functioning outside of this system as a hedge. And so I think, if interest rates keep coming up, it's going to worsen that fiscal picture even more, make it a lot more uncertain. And assets like gold and Bitcoin are going to benefit as people start to think more about the long-term consequences here.
So what is driving price right now? And I guess more specifically, what is going to bring a little bit more movement back? Like I said at the top, we did have that big drop just a couple of weeks ago, but it seems like ever since that correction, things have just gotten a little bit quiet again, as they were just before the drop. I'm looking at data right now of both combined volumes on spot exchanges and derivatives exchanges, showing lowest Bitcoin trading volume since 2019 when denominated in Bitcoin, since 2020 when denominated in dollars. And it's been a theme of the year. So I know that there's not much happening in the price action, but there is a lot of interesting stuff going on beneath the surface. And what do you think are some of the big developments, let's say, that investors should be tracking right now? And then ultimately, what's going to shake things up in the market a little bit more?
Yeah, well, certainly this price drop down was worsened by the fact that a lot of leveraged traders were wiped out. I think coming into June, one of the things that got people excited was this application from BlackRock for a spot Bitcoin ETF, which is certainly something to get excited about. But perhaps short-term traders got over their skis because when the price dropped recently, it caused a lot of leveraged liquidations. We had over $2.5 billion worth of liquidations on this price movement down, which creates a good foundation for kind of a continuation upwards. Now that we had all these leveraged traders get wiped out, perhaps we're on a more steady basis here to keep going up. And then when you look at the spot Bitcoin ETF, that is a significant development. A lot of people are seeing this as a sign that we are right around the corner from a spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, that would open the doors for a lot of these institutions who are constrained by their investment mandates or regulatory requirements from holding spot Bitcoin. And so if they can hold a security and gain exposure to Bitcoin, that can provide a lot increased demand for the underlying asset, which would result in a price increase. Not only that, but it makes it a very convenient way for anybody with a traditional brokerage account to gain exposure to Bitcoin. They might be kind of steered away from it because of maybe technical hurdles and they don't feel comfortable. But when you just have a Bitcoin button in your brokerage account that you can just buy it, it can really make it easy for anybody to gain exposure to Bitcoin, which could be a catalyst for the price moving forward.
Totally agree. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news type deal, right? As soon as they started talking about the whole ETF coming out and everybody got excited about it, it turned into let's long instead of just, I guess, buying and holding. So everybody got liquidated, or a lot of guys got liquidated, but is what it is. All right, let's get into let's see. So I was just looking up some stuff. Anybody that's just joining, I don't know what was Ben actually addicted to. Does anybody know? Was it like a certain drug, or was he just like alcohol, or does anybody know? But anyways, this is a article over here on Cointelegraph. It says Bitboy crypto brand will no longer include YouTuber Ben Armstrong. The crypto influencer brand had a reach of more than 3.3 million followers at the time the company announced Ben Armstrong would no longer be affiliated with Bitboy Crypto, which is kind of insane. The parent of Hit Network, which controls the Bitboy Crypto brand, has cut ties with its public face Ben Armstrong, citing issues surrounding substance abuse and financial damage to employees. So I'm not sure what actually happened. Like, is he not paying people? Is he? I don't know. I have no idea. Or maybe he's overspending on the business accounts. Who knows? I gotta put the music back on. What the hell's going on here? All right, let's see. In August 28th, announcement on YouTube, it says in social media channels, a spokesperson said the company had reached its decision following efforts to assist Armstrong during his relapse into substance abuse, expressing regret for the end of the business relationship. The firm claimed Armstrong had inflicted emotional, physical, and financial damage on Hit employees and others in the space, which is kind of crazy. The announcement did not elaborate on any incident that may have led to the end of the business relationship with Armstrong. The crypto YouTuber had been involved in a class action lawsuit in which investors claim Armstrong and other influencers allegedly promoted FTX without revealing compensation from the exchange. So maybe that's what he's talking about with the whole putting the financial damage to employees. Maybe that is what it has to do with the whole FTX thing. Amid the lawsuit, court filings suggest Armstrong issued threats against lawyers representing the plaintiffs and openly mocked a federal judge's authority by not appearing in court as ordered. The case was stayed on June 16th. Man, I don't know. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But anyways, let's see what Mr. Altcoin Daily has to say over here. Let me see. Where is it? All right. He mentions it in here. the whole Bitboy thing. He actually plays that clip again that they actually, where they did the announcement, this one right here. I'm not going to play that here, but we'll watch this and see what he has to say. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Let's do it.
And look at the marketplace. Look what we're pricing. Pause, hike, pause, cut. I've never seen that sequence before. It shows you that we are uncertain.
The crypto market today is in a bit of a pickle. Yes, I want to update you on this Bitboy news. Yes, the SEC has made its first enforcement action against NFTs. They have sued major channel Impact Theory and founder Tom Bellew. But the biggest news, and looking into next month, is that September is historically the worst month for Bitcoin since 2013. And like Bitcoin, the S&P 500 has also recorded downturns in most Septembers since 1928. So will Bitcoin crash again? Well, as mentioned the day this happened, Jerome Powell just made his annual Jackson Hole speech, reaffirming that inflation is still too high.
2% is and will remain our inflation target.
He is prepared to raise rates again if needed.
We are committed to achieving and sustaining a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to bring inflation down to that level over time.
And he doubled down that 2% inflation is still the target.
As is often the case, we are navigating by the stars under cloudy skies.
Again, an incredibly hawkish rhetoric, but nothing we weren't prepared for.
So first, what Powell did, and it actually came as good news to the markets, is he didn't say anything new. He maintained maximum policy optionality, and the market liked that because there was some concern that he may go and start talking about this R-star, longer-term issues, which actually are uncertain for markets. So the good news...
R-star, which is this theoretical neutral rate of interest, right?
Correct. What's really interesting is the two things he did say about the longer term. One is, and we have played it on the air, inflation, the target is and will remain 2%, very controversial. And second, that we are operating under the stars, but it's a cloudy sky. Right? These two things are really meaningful because away from him, and unfortunately there's enough coverage, there was a lot of discussion about how the global economy is changing, how supply side issues are becoming more important, and what does that mean for monetary policy. So the good news for the markets is they heard what they want to hear, which is nothing new. But the bigger news is that there are real puzzling, outstanding issues out there.
So with the current federal funds rate already at over a 20-year high, with the latest United States inflation still incredibly sticky and now creeping back up, and now with the next FOMC meeting in a few weeks, September 19th and 20th, what comes next for Bitcoin, for crypto, for markets?
So I think the market has changed its mind so many times. I mean, if I remember correctly, we went from soft landing to hard landing to no landing to crash landing in March to soft landing, and some people are talking again about no landing. So we've been all over the place, and that's because it is such an uncertain time. I think, Robert, the key issue is 2% the right target? That is the key issue.
He's got to say it is.
He's got to say it is, and there was a lovely line by one of the speakers, Professor Eichengreen, which is that we're going to tiptoe to a higher inflation target. We're not going to announce it. We're just going to end up living with inflation that's above 2%. It's going to prove to be stable, and at some point you're going to be able to make that transition. If that happens, that's great for the markets.
Do you think in an election year he can get away with cutting rates if it's 2.8, 2.9, as long as it has a 2 handle?
I think it's going to be hard if he continues to say 2% is and remains our inflation target. If he goes a little bit quiet on that, I think that...
Do you ultimately think they will wait to 2, or do you think it's...
Well, I mean, in the press conference in July, Powell said we'll probably be cutting before we get to 2.
Right.
I mean, just because of the math of what's restrictive, what's not.
But what we're looking at right now is the possibility that headline inflation will head back up.
Yeah.
And core inflation may not come down quickly enough. And it all comes down to services and wages. That's where the battle is being fought right now.
And housing.
So, there's a real issue as to whether we've broken the housing market. When you
Prices are going up. Rents are going up.
So when you go from record low mortgage rates to levels that we haven't seen for almost 20 years, you destroy both the demand and supply.
Right.
And that's the irony.
Yeah.
Is that supply has come down and demand has come down as well. That is the way you destroy a housing market. And we've got to be really careful because the housing market is central to the economy.
Be sure to click subscribe on Altcoin
The housing
Daily,
market is
and just
fucked right now.
understanding that September is always most times historically bad for the S&P 500 and crypto. Should we expect a deeper pullback? The most frequently occurring BTC drawdowns in September, that's around a negative 7%. This is a chart of Bitcoin monthly returns, and we see in September, most
Look at that. Most of it's in negatives. The only positive was 2016, 2015. It was slight. That was it. Literally, that was it. Everything else is negative.
months are red months. And while sometimes we've seen a 19% drawdown, sometimes it's just been a 1% drawdown. The most frequent is around 7%.
But looking at, let's see, August. So this pumped 65% here. I guess so. September legit is the only one that's really mostly red. That's it. The only month. So if you guys looking to buy Bitcoin, might be coming up soon.
A 7% drop from the current price levels would see BTC drop to around $24,000. And let's remember this, just a few more days until the SEC has to respond to 6 different spot Bitcoin ETF applications.
Yes, and this is a huge
The
deal.
SEC will have to comment on BlackRock, Bitwise, VanEck, WisdomTree, Fidelity, and Invesco filings before the weekend ahead. What do you expect? Well, most investors are just expecting a push. This is the SEC's first deadline, but then they'll have a second, a third, until they have to make a decision one way or the other, when they can no longer just kick the can down the road.
It'll go all the way down to the what's it called, March of next year for sure. There's no way they're just gonna push it off. There's no way they're gonna come with to an actual final answer on September 1st or 2nd.
That's usually the trend the SEC is known for in the past, and typically the trend is your friend. Now, many of you have been asking me about the recent charge from the SEC against Tom Bilyeu, who is the founder of Quest Nutrition, also huge channel, Impact Theory. Well, officially, the SEC makes its first enforcement action against NFTs, sues Impact Theory, and the case has been settled. So the SEC fines LA company $6 million over NFTs sold as securities. And just as a reminder from this clip from over a year ago.
Do you know Quest bars? Well, the entrepreneur behind them is getting into the non-fungible token craze.
So the project itself is called the Impact Theory Founders Key, and we like to say that it unlocks the future of everything that we're doing as a company. I realize what it allows you to do is reward your community. And for somebody like me who's trying to build the next Disney, what you need is a thriving community.
And if you're asking why them first? Well, a big reason is the language they used to promote it. The SEC's findings indicate that Impact Theory actively promoted these NFTs to potential backers as a direct investment opportunity in the company. They conveyed that purchasing a founder's key would yield returns if the firm thrived, often drawing parallels to their ambition of emulating the success trajectory of major entertainment conglomerates like Disney. Thus, the SEC alleges that these NFTs were security investment contracts, and by extension, Impact Theory made an offering of unregistered securities when they sold these NFTs. And in response to these allegations, what did Impact Theory say? In response to the SEC's findings, and without admitting nor disputing the charges, they settled. Impact Theory has agreed to a cease and desist order. Now, the bigger
he clearly made a lot of money on those if he's just forking over $6 million without objecting in any way. Excuse me. That's absolutely insane though. Who do you think they're gonna go after next? This is gonna be very interesting. I feel like the SEC is just suing people left and right.
thing to me is they do have to destroy all these founders' key NFTs, right? That's unlike the settlement with EOS, where they had a slap on the wrist, they paid a fine, but EOS still exists. But it is interesting because while they only had to pay $6 million to the SEC, the company raised approximately $30 million from a diverse group of investors, including some based in the US. So they raised 30, had to pay 6, and the NFTs have to be destroyed. Another story in crypto making headlines all over, Bitboy has been removed from his company amid...
So if anybody is new or just showed up here, yeah, this is legit. So Ben Armstrong's been removed from Bitboy Crypto. I guess so. Andrew in the chat said he had an alcohol problem. But then I was trying to find out what he was addicted to because I have no idea what his substance abuse deal is. There was one that said crystal meth. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? There's no way. There's no way he was into that. I can't see that happening. Where the hell was it? There's no way it was that kind of stuff. But if you guys know for sure, if anybody has an article, please let me know. But yeah, I would assume it was probably something like alcohol versus, oh, right here. Had been originally addicted to meth for several years until one day in 2007. I don't know how true that is, but I don't know. Again, I don't follow his life. And what the hell just happened? Hold on, people. I apologize. Goddamn. Everything just dropped. There we go. All right. We're back. Let's see. Let me continue this video. If I could find the damn tab we were on, that would be lovely. I clearly killed it. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let's continue this.
Corporate coup. They've released an official statement, and also, just branding-wise, you can see they took Ben, founder of Bitboy, off of all the logos. Why did they do this? Well, their official statement cited financial damage and substance abuse. Here was a quick statement from their live stream this morning.
Yesterday, BJ Investment Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company, and specifically the Bitboy crypto brand. This is a difficult decision, is a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance abuse, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damage he has done to the employees of Hit Network and the Bitboy crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we're going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that it has come to this and are hopeful for the future of Bitboy crypto. Hit Network is committed to empowering creators, and we will continue to do that every day. Thank you.
Now, obviously, they continue. Check out the full live stream on their YouTube if you want the full story. Now, Ben, Bitboy Crypto, Ben is disputing these charges. I don't want to get into it. I just want to keep you updated. I obviously wish the best for both parties. Obviously, health is the most important thing. And quick.
I agree with that, actually. So, like, he doesn't, again, I'm the same way. I'm not against Bitboy Crypto. I'm not against anybody. Health is the biggest thing here, and if it's legit, like he does have a substance abuse problem, then it is what it is. It's his own personal thing he has to take care of and whatever. But if it's not true and they say that, and that's just kind of spreading FUD, that's a real big problem, and he has a case himself to be able to bring against them. But yeah, I would assume his past stuff was probably alcohol. That's probably it. But let me know if you guys find anything else.
And quick update on meme coin Pepe. Pepe Coin say bad actors on their team stole 15 million Pepe. So why is Pepe crashing? Well, most of you have heard by now. An announcement to the Pepe community. Yesterday, or a couple days ago, on August 24th, a series of unexpected transactions took place from the Pepe multi-sig centralized exchange wallet, in which 16 trillion Pepe coins, worth about $15 million, were transferred to various crypto exchanges, i.e., some members of the team sold. Well, the official statement today is some rogue developers on the Pepe team were behind last week's unprecedented transfers, and in a direct quote from a developer who claims to now be in full control, back in control of the project, he said, since its inception, Pepe has unfortunately been plagued by inner strife, with a portion of the team being bad actors led by big egos and greed. There has often been conflict, and actually the majority of the team involved in Pepe's creation started to distance themselves after just the first week of the project's inception. The current devs says they're trying to decentralize the project as quick as possible, but for me, I just use this as a reminder, cautionary tale, investing in crypto always is risky. Be sure to join us in Amsterdam.
It is always risky. Shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. But yeah, so one last time, if anybody is new here or just showed up, let's show you guys what's going on. I think it was 442. So this is the announcement with Ben. This is the actual video they put out yesterday, and you could tell this guy was very uncomfortable reading this.
Hello. Yesterday, BJ Investment Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company, and specifically the Bitboy crypto brand. This is a difficult decision, is a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance abuse, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damage he has done to the employees of Hit Network and the Bitboy crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we're going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that it has come to this and are hopeful for the future of Bitboy crypto. Hit Network is committed to empowering creators, and we will continue to do that every day. Thank you.
Real quick, I want to see. So the live chat here was going nuts.
Thanks, TJ.
Everyone's like freaking out.
Guys, this is this is a different day, and it's a very serious time right now. But it's shocking for everyone, including myself. But I want you to know that if you're here for some Ben bashing, you're going to be disappointed. This isn't that channel, okay? Now's the time for unity, for the Bit Squad. We're here for the Bit Squad. We've got a lot more to learn. We've got a lot more bear market to get through. So what this show is going to do every day, just like it always has done, is empower you to make the right decisions, give you the best crypto information, be a little funny at the same time. So
look at the chat.
We appreciate all of you sticking around. We appreciate chat going absolutely bonkers right now.
I'm out. Bye.
We love the Bit Squad. We're here for y'all all the time. We're not going anywhere.
Subscribe. Drugs, I called
this is,
it. So many people.
It's a time of change, but we appreciate all of you staying positive.
You know what? I want to know, is there a way to find out how many, I wonder if they lost a bunch of subs. I wonder if they did. It's 1.45 million. Wait a minute. Hold on. Didn't that article we read say they, hold on, what was it? Let me look. Damn it. Give me a second. I need to find it. There was a article that we read that it said 3.3 million or something. I don't know how high his YouTube channel was. No, let's go to Social Blade. Let me see. Bitboy crypto. Nope, not it. Is it Bitboy? Is that? Let me just look. No. Let's see. That's Bitboy crypto. Why is that not coming up? YouTube. Bitboy crypto. Oh, here we go. Does it say, how do we find details? I never go to the site. This site's actually kind of cool though. If you want to look anybody up, you guys can look up whoever you want. I mean, even though the numbers aren't like legit, but look, estimated monthly earnings 717 to 11.5 thousand. Yeah, this has got to be a detailed statistics. No, all right, so videos, views. I want to see, did they lose subs? How do you check that? How do you check the sub thing? Who knows? Is anybody here? Let me see. Who's here in the chat? I want to see if they lost like a bunch of subs. Andrew Masad, yes, that's all I do is work. D-Miners is driving around right now. He is a busy man. Busy man. Where is the oh, right here, live subscriber count. But is there a chart? How do you find the chart? Settings. Nope. Weird. I just want to see if they lost like a bunch of subs, but I guess it doesn't freaking matter. Anyways, look at Pepe down 23.4%. Crazy. Joker Miner, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. 1 BTC or 10 ETH to shill your coin. 1 BTC or 10 ETH. What are you talking about, Kyle Rosa? You talking about Ben coin, that crazy coin? Let's see. Black Cat, what's up, buddy? Is he here? I think he is here. He actually met us down there on the camping trip. All right, yeah, anyways, I don't think there's really much else, to be honest. I really wanted to see if they lost like subs from that, but I don't think so. Any more Bitboy news here? Let's see. I'm really interested to know what if he had like just alcohol. Like I want something like to state that it was alcohol abuse, not like all this bullshit you find on Google like meth. There's no way that's what he was doing. That's crazy. Let's see. I mean, I guess I really don't know, but whatever. All right, I don't think there's anything really crazy. Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyer appealed decision on bail, citing First Amendment issues. Yeah, they're trying to get SBF out of jail. That's one big thing for his trial, because he can't adequately prepare for his trial, which is complete bullshit. Let's see what else. Pepe price to 0. Yeah, probably gonna happen. 1 minute ago. Look at this. 1 minute ago. Let's see. Pepe price to 0. Rug pull allegations put meme coin at risk. Let's see. Some Pepe hopeful eye. A massive Pepe price rebound on with on-chain data showing strong accumulation in recent days. Once extremely profitable, meme coin has plunged by more than 80% 4 months after its record high. Now technicals suggest that the meme coin could be at risk of even bigger losses in the coming weeks or months. Pepe coin faces rug pull allegations. I mean, to be honest, did anybody really think we weren't going to lose money on this if you invested into it? I put $100 into it just to see what happens, but I don't care if I lose it. So that's like the biggest thing with these meme coins. Don't ever invest more than you can afford to lose. And honestly, is what it is. I mean, there's a huge chance of you getting rich, but there's also a huge chance of you losing everything. So that's that. Sun God Solar Mining. Ben was not a good role model for crypto. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Some of his stuff was it was a little shady. But again, it's to each his own. I understand people got to make money. I understand it's a full-time job. I get it. Some things, the way it went about is yeah, it was a little iffy, but whatever. I'm gonna plead the fifth on the rest. All right. I don't think there's anything else really, guys, to be honest. So hopefully that's gonna be the end of the show, and hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday at work. Let me see if there was any questions in the chat. If you guys have anything, please ask. Yo, look up Carl from the Moon. All right, let me see. I'll check that. Let me see if I can find that. Carl the Moon. Let's see. All right, what are you trying to see? So I saw the video that I put out. Yeah, this one, right? 5 hours ago. Yeah, I played this. So
in this,
you know what? We'll end it with this. We'll see what else he has to say one more time. I didn't listen to the whole thing. He kind of showed a little bit during it. So I'll yeah, let's play it.
Video. I just got message from Ben Bitboy himself. He says that for your information, this isn't over. I didn't relapse. It's all lies, absolute lies. I'm laying low for a while, but this is just the beginning. So this comes, guys, from yesterday. We saw the news that Bitboy Crypto got fired from his own YouTube channel, from his own company.
So messed up.
And we made a live stream, which is now one of the biggest live streams that we've ever done on this channel. We had so many people watching this. Ben was very hard to get a hold of because, of course, he's waiting to make his moves. But now, finally, this is what I got from him. He also sent me another message, which was said to me in private, so I cannot disclose that. But let's just say we have not seen the last from Ben. Ben is not giving up, and this goes well with what I said on the live stream yesterday, that whatever was said in that press release that they released, it's just one side of the story, and it might be just all lies. We don't know. And of course, Ben is clarifying that he did not relapse, and I really hate to see that we're in the situation where we're talking about something weird like this, but I just want to be here and defend Ben because I've known him for 3-4 years now, and you know, I think his side of the story is very, very important, and I just want you guys to read this once again, because this, of course, is that other side of the story that we were looking for yesterday, but we didn't have it. So please, guys,
real quick, could you imagine being the company, like, what is it, Hit Network, that actually went and said that he had a substance abuse if he didn't have a relapse of a substance abuse? You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge no. Like, you don't do that to people, like, right? That's like defamation of character, isn't it? So it's I really want to know what's going to happen. But honestly, like, regardless of how you feel about Ben, right, regardless how you feel about him, it's one of those things where he's not an uneducated guy, right? He's smart. So I'm sure he'll lay low for a couple weeks, and then I'm sure we're going to hear more about this. And he's clear, like, there's no way you're not taking legal action over this. You know what I mean? And I don't think he would lie. Like if he had substance abuse, like why would you lie about it? I mean, I would just ignore it. You know what I mean? If it happened to me and that happened, like I would just run away. Like I'm not gonna sit there and fight for something that's, you know, fake, because the truth's gonna come out eventually. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where I don't know. I don't think he's a dumb guy. I think we're gonna be very interested to see what he has to say in the next coming weeks.
Give Ben some love. Honestly, I don't know actually where, because of course he's shut off from the Twitter. He's shut off from his YouTube channel. So right now I don't.
Oh, that's right. So they took his Twitter and everything too.
Know exactly where we can give him some love, but I'm gonna ask him like where is his next social media, and we can give him some love there. And don't forget, before I forget, go over to Bitflix, link down below at the top of the description.
All right, yeah, he's showing some shit. That's all we need. All right, anyways, guys, have a good Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Appreciate you all. Mr. Max, I won't say what you hate hearing, but he's Richard Hart Jr. says 100 air. Man, well, I mean, I guess, you know what? I don't know. I wish everybody the best. I hope that, you know, good things come out of this, but it just sucks. It sucks to see something like that. Somebody started something from the ground up, get ripped out of it. Who knows why? You know what I mean? Who knows the real reason? Appreciate you, Mr. Mental Mining. I can never tag you because of the pickaxe, by the way, but appreciate you, buddy. Let's see. Love you long time as well, Steven Cicero. You bastard. All right, guys, have a good Tuesday. Enjoy your day at work. I will catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. Peace out. Have a good day.